All right, is it back up? No, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was the meat thief. I don't know what happened. Just blame me. That's fine.
Yeah, he was partially naked talking about a party.
Well, that's the thing. I'm seeing stories today that he was actually completely naked.
I saw a video of half an hour before he was arrested. I believe he had a cowboy hat and underwear on.
Okay. Okay.
There was a guy slowly driving by, and he was like trying to get on his nerves. So the guy just started filming him, and Millennium was like, "Get away from me!" Pulls down. See what happens.
news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
Could this day get any more fantastic?
Let's get on with it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I've got a current events quiz, and I need somebody to take it. Up for grabs are tickets to see Blink 182. They're going to be at Riverbend Music Center Tuesday, September 16th. If you'd like to go see the show, this will be the fifth caller. We'll get you on the air. You can take the current events quiz. I got a couple of shout outs I got to give. One, I have to wish my mom a happy 85th birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Okay, we get it. Happy birthday, Mom. Hope you're having a great birthday. Saw her over the weekend. Took her a card and some ice cream. Also, I have to give a shout out to my wife, Mary. It's our anniversary today, 13 years. And speaking of Mary, I posted this last night. We have launched a podcast together, she and I, called Side by Side with Mary and Todd. And the idea of this podcast, it's sort of an extension of the times that she's on the show, because when she's on the show, most of the time we're just talking about my normal nonsense, right? Silly stories or whatever. But this is a little bit different. Our plan is to talk about some of our relationship goals and challenges, personal triumphs, and have guests on that can offer insights into certain things. It's just an opportunity for her and I to have a conversation about things with a little depth, more than we normally do on the show. So it's called Side by Side. I posted the first episode last night, and so far people are super, super jazzed about it. And it's all her 100%. She's great. She reveals a couple of things, which I will let you know about. I won't be here on Wednesday because she's having surgery. She's having the first of 3 breast surgeries. And there's more details about that if you're at all interested. Yes, eventually she's having a double mastectomy. So that's the gist. And but it's very interesting and very revealing, and she's very brave. And I'm very proud of her. So if you'd like to check it out, I know that there's probably people out there that could hear this and use it and find it helpful to them. Maybe they're going through something like that and they have questions or concerns or whatever. And, she's done a heck of a lot of research into all of it and the decisions that she's made to go through. So maybe somebody will find it relevant. All right, we got Josh and Springboro. Hey, Josh, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks.
You want to take the current events quiz?
Sure.
Let's get it going.
Oh my God! Listen, everybody!
It's the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz.
Quiz, hot shot!
Can you answer the question?
I bet you think you're pretty smart, huh?
Now, here's your host, Todd Hollst.
Sponsored locally by Titan Graphics. Thank you very much, Norm Kelly, official announcer of the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz. Now, Josh and Springboro, do you know how to take the current events quiz?
I don't think I can remember.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you 3 questions and 3 possible answers. It's either A, B, or C, but Josh, the answer's always C, okay?
I remember it.
Now you get it. Yeah, I've said this many times before. We keep the quiz easy because we want winners on this show, Josh, not losers.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All the questions tonight have to do with the Guinness World Records.
Guinness World Records America. A new record.
He's setting a new world record.
You're looking at a guy who's going to set a new world record.
That's another world record.
All right, Josh, you're playing for Blink 182. Tickets are going to be at River Bend on Tuesday, September 16th. Here is question number 1. A festival in Mexico recently broke a Guinness World Record by serving A, 13,215 shots of tequila in 1 hour, B, 13,215 deep-fried grasshoppers in 1 hour, or C, 13,215 tacos in 1 hour.
I think I'll go with C.
You got it. All right, here's question number 2. A politician in Canada recently set a Guinness World Record by A, kissing 330 hands in 1 hour, B, shaking 300. No, wait a second. That should be reversed. Hold on. Shaking 330 hands in 1 hour, kissing 330 babies in 1 hour, or C, putting on 330 neckties in 1 hour.
C.
You got it. That's right. Nobody wants to see a politician shaking a baby. That's not how it works. All right, for the big win, here's question number 3. A man in Cyprus recently reclaimed a Guinness World Record after balancing what on his head for 15 seconds? A, 511 fedoras, B, 511 tambourines, or C, 511 wine glasses.
Let's go with C.
You got it. And all the glasses were stacked on wooden sheets in 8 layers. And apparently he had set the record before, and then somebody broke it, so he went out and broke it again. Well, congratulations. You are the winner, Josh. Hang on the line. We'll get your details, and we'll get those tickets to you, okay?
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
Yep, there you go. And that's how you play the current events quiz. We'll have more tickets to give away tomorrow night. Now we have it's Rapper Watch.
The dopest rapper in the bridge.
I'm a rapper.
Oh, you're a rapper? Oh, okay. The hottest new rap star?
Your rapping the other day was seriously amazing. Like, for sure.
There's your rapper.
I ain't making no money rapping.
Play some rap music. That's my thing. I rap.
You rap about cheese sandwich.
Well, I saw this story break over the weekend, and I'm sure you saw it too. You may not know who this person is. I kind of know who he is. He's a rapper. He's a performer. His name is Lil Nas X. Today he was charged with 4 felonies. And here's what happened. Over the weekend, this 26-year-old Lil Nas was walking down Ventura Boulevard in Hollywood, California. And according to reports, and Ian, my producer, he said he saw video of this not long. Somebody had posted this after catching him on video. He was walking down a major thoroughfare in Studio City wearing nothing but a cowboy hat and underwear. That is a look. That is a nice look. The prosecutors charged the musician, whose legal name is Montero Lamar Hill, with 3 counts of battery with injury on a police officer and 1 felony count of resisting an executive officer. Apparently, something was going on with him. At first, they thought he was on drugs, which I guess he could have been. I don't know. I'm not making any assumptions here, but he could have been on something. But he was strolling down the street. And I guess the cops approached him and like, hey, buddy, what are you doing? You're practically naked, wearing a cowboy hat. But they say that I guess he charged him. He charged at them. So he was arrested and taken to jail. I guess they took him to the hospital first, where he spent several hours. And then he was taken to jail. But today I saw stories that somebody reported that he was naked. So I didn't see the video. Ian is pretty sure that the guy just had underwear and a cowboy hat. That is a quality look. quality look. But then, I looked online to learn more about this guy, and there's all kinds of pictures of him performing in his underwear. Well, you practically see his underwear. You see his underwear. So I don't know. Is there a difference between seeing a guy in his underwear on stage opposed to seeing a guy in his underwear on a sidewalk? And he was wearing a cowboy hat in both pictures. Anyway, there you go. There's your rapper report.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
Double D.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Now from the WHIO News Center, here are the three big things.
Kim, that's what I'm saying. He's been seen in his underwear countless times, wearing a cowboy hat. Why now is it a problem? Yes, Heather. I did that so I would remember both. That was part of the reason. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm wondering, honestly, yeah, Leslie, that's what I was just going to say. I wonder if he got, he got charged with charging the cops. He didn't get charged for being naked, but it's interesting though that the cops even got called. You know what I mean? It's like, probably a lot of people maybe in Hollywood know who this guy is. And even if you don't, if you see somebody walking down the sidewalk in a cowboy hat and underwear, I don't know that my first instinct is to call the police. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess I'll know if I ever encounter a guy in his underwear wearing a cowboy hat.
McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. WHIO-FM Pleasant Hill. WHIO Dayton, Ohio. The birthplace of aviation.
Another cool evening coming. We'll have more on that at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Yeah, I love the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
We're on the Evening Edge Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Well, that was this past Friday night. We were out at Skyhawk Stadium for the first Todd's Tailgate Party of this year before the Fairborn Skyhawks took on the Tecumseh Arrows, and those were the lovely young women from Tecumseh High School, the cheerleaders there, and they stopped by the WHIO tent. We had a great time. We had prizes to give away. We had Ron Otto was there. Parker Testa was there. We had cornhole. It was just a great time, and it was wonderful being out there at Fairborn Stadium, Skyhawk Stadium. And we're going to be going out again this Friday night. So you folks there at Eaton High School, you're taking on Richmond. We're going to be there. So, look, I'm going to reach out. I hope to get the cheerleaders on. I'd love to have the cheerleaders from both schools. Candidly, I asked some of the Fairborn cheerleaders to do a cheer, and they said, sure, and then they disappeared. Look, they're busy. They got stuff to do. They got to go shine their pom-poms, I guess. But my thanks to the folks from Tecumseh that stopped by. But we'll be out this Friday.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, punk.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
Whew. Sorry, I had a little tickle in my throat. Okay. That's the song that I play when I have a coughing fit. I've been playing that for years. Yeah, I've been pretty fortunate, Ron. I haven't had any coughing fits for a bit. Usually happens when the weather starts to change one way or another. Maybe because it's been cool this week. I don't know. Cooler.
In less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's news and talk depend on it.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
What time is it? Time for action. Well, the radio is on.
I've been waiting all day.
It's go time.
That's the big thing today, radio.
Getting restless?
Speak into the microphone, Squid Brain.
Let's start the show.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Traffic jam wedged between two walls of concrete. Again, a collision. Screeching tires means another highway mishap. Yeah. Tempers, her anger grips the wheel with no escape. Yeah. Shut down. Minutes pass by like hours stuck in traffic. Yeah. Culture flow calls me crashing night and day. Ooh, and we don't know if we'll make it through unscathed. Damn culture flow. It seems we're getting stuck again. Stuck again. Stuck again. It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Yeah, I avoided the contraflow lane this past weekend. Mary and I were out running around, and I said, no, I ain't jumping in there. I ain't stupid. Coming up on the show, we've got a story about a guy who really, really loves mayo. I like mayo. I love mayo. But not as much as this guy. Or maybe he just has anger issues. I'm not sure. Also, we've got some Smuggler's Blues. Crazy story about a woman trying to smuggle drugs in a very unusual place. First thing I wanted to talk about this hour, I saw this story today, and it's about reading for pleasure. I will admit to you, I am not a big reader for pleasure. My wife is the one who does that. In fact, over the weekend when we were out and about, she shared with me a story about some guy up in Columbus who recently passed away, and his kids found a notebook of every book that he's ever read. And we're talking thousands. I think it was like between 3,000 and 4,000 books in this guy's lifetime. So, you know, I'm sure the vast majority of those were for pleasure or just for knowledge, but it wasn't something he had to read. My wife, I asked her, she said she's probably read about 800 books in her lifetime. I have not read that, not even close. Not even close. And the thing is, I read so much for my job. Like when I get up in the morning and I go through all the emails and all the stories, all the things that I get trying to put the show together, I'm just not really super interested in reading for pleasure. And I never have been that way. There's been a couple of times when I have stumbled onto a book that I've just loved and I devour, or it could be something that I'm interested in. Like right now, I'm reading a book about Johnny Carson, host of The Tonight Show. You know, I've read Steve Martin's book. I've read Jerry Seinfeld's book. I've read a lot of books about topics that I'm interested in. But I'm not like I'm not somebody who's going to go pick up the Harry Potter books and read them. It's just not, I'm not interested in that. Mary has read the entire series probably 6 or 7 times. She's a voracious reader. But I bring this up because there's this story that reading for pleasure, according to scientists, they've done this story. They interviewed 236,000 Americans, and they have found that over the last 20 years, reading for pleasure has dropped 40%. That is huge. That is huge. And they say it's deeply concerning because it raises questions about the cultural, educational, and health consequences of reading less. And studies apparently have shown that reading for pleasure supports mental well-being, empathy, creativity, and lifelong learning. I get that 100%. But I was thinking, well, what's the story here? Why this big cultural shift? And then it dawned on me like a light bulb. Facebook is 21 years old. Think about that. Facebook is 21 years old. Now, most of the people who are on Facebook now were not on there 20 years ago. Some might have been, but most were not. And I'm not connecting the two. There's no scientific proof of that. But think about all the time, and you know who you are. You know who you are. And I'm probably one of them. All the time that you spend on social media, you know, flipping through feeds, reading posts, commenting on posts, all of those things, all the time that you have spent doing that, maybe at one time you spent reading a book, but now not so much. The culture has shifted. But I just thought that was kind of interesting. You know, that it's dropped that much, 40% in 20 years. And there's, look, I have many friends who are voracious readers. And I will tell you that is a blind spot in my personality, if that's the right word, or a shortcoming. That's better. Is that I just don't enjoy that very much. I'll watch tons of movies and watch things, you know, documentaries, and I'm interested in those types of things, but I'm just not super interested in fiction like they are. And lots of times we'll get together and they'll say, "Oh, I'm reading this book. I'm reading this book." And I'm like, well, that's awesome. I read 100 stories today about stuff that I might do on the show. So it's just different. But yeah, it is alarming. It is alarming that it's dropped so much. Jamie and Xenia. Hey, Jamie.
Hi, Todd. How are you this afternoon?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm going off of the reading thing.
Yeah.
As a child, we didn't have anything better to do. We weren't allowed to watch TV as we went to sleep. We didn't have screen time.
Right.
So we picked up a book, and I used to read all the Stephen King books. Unfortunately, when I would go see the movie, that was not in my imagination what these people look like.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, that's the thing. I will say, when I have read books that are fictional, and I've read, I don't know how many I've read. I don't keep track of them, but you know, I like the fact that I'm sort of the director. I love film, and I like the idea of being able to picture things the way that I, you know, want to imagine that, right? And right. Then when
they're unfortunately these children these days, and I hate to say it, they have no imagination. They just see what's on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, and they just don't. It's not helping their brains at all.
No, I got you. But here's the thing: is it's not just the kids. That's the thing it's interesting.
Well.
I mean, 236,000 Americans. Now, it may be somewhere deeper in the story. I didn't go and look at the actual study. I just read a sort of a synopsis of it. I don't know what the ages are, but a good majority of those folks are adults. So, if adults are no longer reading as much as they used to, what are the reasons? Is it because we don't have time? Well, okay, maybe some people don't have time like they used to, but I think it's a lot of the social media. If you can blow an entire hour flipping through something on social media without even trying.
Shows back to back to back, and I'm like,
without even
where did I have my day off go?
Right, without even trying it.
But I've made notes of what I want to do, and I'm like, I got to pull up a cooking book.
Yeah, I got you.
So,
all right, Jamie.
Well, anyhow, you have a wonderful
Appreciate
evening.
It. Thank you.
You and Mary don't be a stranger. Is that fair to say?
Oh yeah. Well, this is Jamie. She's called the show before. She works at the Blueberry Cafe. We were there on Saturday.
Oh, well, I wasn't there Saturday.
Okay.
I was off.
I got to meet the Muffin Man.
Supporting Vet Fest.
Oh, okay.
Which is a wonderful thing. And,
sure.
Elmo, Keith Tickle, he does a great job. And he's coalition. He raises money with a bunch of other motorcycle clubs, for book packs and all that. So
cool.
I have to support him every year. That's my thing every year.
Nice, Jamie. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I got to meet the Muffin Man when I was at the Blueberry Cafe. He makes these amazing muffins. You got to see. There's a picture I posted of he and I inside the lobby there at the Blueberry Cafe. You got to check out those muffins. I'll tell you.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Now from the WHIO News Center, the three big things you need to know. 2 men are shot during a confrontation at a Dayton nightclub early Saturday morning. More students in Darke County head back to school tomorrow morning. And a standoff in West Dayton ends as cops arrest a man wanted for murder in Cleveland and rape in Akron. Full details on these stories and more. Next scheduled newscast coming up at 6:30. I'm Ron Otto. WHIO Continuing News.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Refresh your ride with brand new tires at unbeatable prices. Plus, buy 4 new tires and get 4 free oil changes, an additional $300 value. Make an appointment today at GrismerTire.com.
Well, it looks like the contraflow lane on northbound 75 has now been cleared up, but it's very slow. There's a lot of traffic to clear out of there, and just about when we got that figured out, in the same location on the southbound side with just barely one lane of traffic moving, there's another crash there, a lot of backed up traffic. This just happened a few minutes ago. The left shoulder blocked on South State Route 4 with a crash at I-75 as well. And of course, we're watching westbound 35 between Fairfield Road and 675.
buttons.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at evening@Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I said, hey, yo, I really, really love mayo. Hey, yo, I love mayo. Hey, yo,
What a great song.
I love mayo.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So here's this story I mentioned a couple of times. This guy who really loves his mayo. I mean, I like mayo. I love mayo, but not as much as this guy. This happened at a cafe in Spain last week. There was a guy in there with his son. They went in for sandwiches, and they asked for some mayo. They were told that the cafe was out of mayo, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. The man whose identity has not been revealed went up and asked a couple of more servers there if they had any mayo, and he was told no. So in anger, he went outside, walked down the street, went to a gas station, brought back a small can of petrol, went into the cafe, poured it on the bar, and started it on fire. Wow. That is insane. The cafe was practically full at the time. Everyone ran out. When they saw the flames, including the angry mayonnaise-loving pyromaniac. Luckily, the staff used fire extinguishers to put out the fire, only caused minimal damage. But in the process, the mayo lover accidentally started his left hand on fire. Wow. But cops arrested him and he's now facing charges. He did about $9,500 worth of damage. But that is a guy that really, really wants his mayo for sure.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Here's the cup. This is actually from a listener. And forgive me, I don't remember the name of the listener. I think it's probably in my email. But here's... Listener made that for me. Look at that. Pretty cool. No, I can't remember. It was a guy, and I just don't remember. I feel like I posted about it. Let me see if I can find search. No, there's the Cheez-It tumbler. That's from Tina and Tony. That was back in 2024. That was last year. Oh, man. Yeti, maybe? Nope. Ooh, I might be getting close. Let me see here. Let me see. Oh, man. Well, no, I can't remember who. Photos, maybe. I want to give him credit. I should write write their name on the bottom of whatever I get. I get all kinds of unusual things dropped off at the station. But I'm sure I posted a picture of it. Oh, and now we're going way back. I don't think so. Huh. That's weird. Because I 100% would post about that, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, well.
Recruiter.com/free. If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Don't hesitate to call. You call me. You better call me. Damn it, get me a phone.
Call me on my radio.
I'm gonna call you. You got him on the radio?
You won't make a simple phone call?
What is wrong with you?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Well, I saw two stories on opposite sides of the coast that got my attention. Over the weekend, I saw that somebody in California, I guess who had been out in the woods, somehow contracted the plague. And I didn't know this, but the plague lives in the wild. But it's, I guess, at higher elevations, and this particular person somehow contracted the plague. So that's on the West Coast. And then I see this story today that a person in Maryland is confirmed to have the screwworm larva growing inside them, a parasite. I've never heard of the screwworm, but apparently this used to be a thing. Screwworm, Screwworm used to be a thing here in the United States, but it's been extinct here stateside for about 50 years. So how did this person get the screwworm? Well, apparently they were visiting El Salvador and somehow got the screwworm. And it's a parasite that I guess is one, it's flesh eating, and it is transferred, and it's usually transferred to other animals. It's not typically not a human will get this, but it's spread by a parasitic fly. So we got the plague on one side of the coast, and then we got the screwworm on the other. So Fill in your 2025 bingo cards, because I certainly wasn't expecting that. We have a Florida man story. Oh, Florida man shines with every single crime, stupefying and delicious. Some might even think fictitious. Florida man is always ambitious. We also have a Florida woman story coming up. This happened last week down in Tampa. Florida man was arrested after cops say he crashed a drone into a house of a person that lives near him in the middle of the night. Sheriff's deputies responded to a call from a homeowner who reported to police that the suspect had come to the front door looking for his drone. But this wasn't any just normal drone. No. So the guy comes to the door, says, "Hey, I think my drone crashed in hit your house, and I think it might be in your backyard." Well, this is in the middle of the night, and the homeowner's not going to let this guy in his house, and he's not going to let him go look in his backyard, right? You don't know what this guy's up to. So the homeowner goes out and finds the drone. In the meantime, the police show up. So the guy turns the drone over to the cops. Turns out the drone was carrying multiple bags of methamphetamine and fentanyl. So I don't know if this is a new thing. I remember a story maybe a month or so ago where somebody was busted trying to sneak drugs into a prison with a drone. But I've never heard of drug deliveries being done through a drone. And I wonder if this is kind of a thing. Every once in a while, I'll be sitting outside at my house and I will hear a drone go over our house. Now, I'm not suggesting they're going over my house in particular. They're just flying. It could be anybody, with a drone. But several times it's been at night and I can't see it. I can hear it. And I just wonder, is this become a thing where drug dealers are now delivering dope to their buyers, their customers, using a drone? I mean, if you can deliver groceries from a local grocery store with a drone, I guess you could deliver that, right? But anyway, they found that the bags were full of meth and fentanyl. So he got arrested. They also discovered that the bags had names written on them. So now they know who the buyers were. So that's convenient. Now we have a Florida woman story here. She's totally crazy. She ain't no lady. Meth print smells of gin. She's really wild, yeah, doing it trailer style. She'll pull a razor, carries a taser, trash a bar, steals a car. She's the one Mama said stay far away from. Yeah, she's a Florida woman. So this story, this is why when you are on Facebook Marketplace, you got to be careful. You got to be careful if you run into somebody who's offering services for a deep discount. You might think, hey, this sounds like a great deal, but there are some things you just shouldn't sort of trust as far as trying to get the best deal. One of those things, in my view, is dental work. There's a Pinellas County, Florida woman who's now facing charges after police say she performed dental work without a license after having advertised on Facebook. She was promising smile makeovers for a fraction of the cost. She said she was a veneer technician. Instead, a number of clients were left with infections, damaged teeth, and hefty bills to fix the harm that this woman caused. It turns out this woman was attaching veneers to teeth of a number of victims using crazy glue. She was using crazy glue. Now, there is dental glue. I know this for a fact because I have veneers on the front of my teeth. And knock on wood, it's been a long time since one of them popped off. I had a heck of a time with my front left tooth. It's probably popped off a half a dozen times. There was something funky with it. They finally fixed it, and it hasn't popped off in a number of years. Again, knock on wood. But I can promise you they didn't use crazy glue. But anyway, so yeah, don't go to Facebook if you're looking for veneer work. Go to an actual orthodontist, dentist, somebody that actually has a degree. Steve in Miamisburg. Hey, Steve.
Hey, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. What's shaking, my friend?
So I know earlier you were talking about today being National Banana Split Day.
Yes. Now it is National Banana Split Day, and we're talking about the actual tasty ice cream dessert. But as an homage to the banana splits, I played the banana splits theme.
Well, I didn't know if you knew that it is unusual this year because usually it falls on a Sunday.
Oh, come on, Steve. That was too easy. I thought you were going to give me some really deep analysis of the banana splits, and you leave me with a joke.
Well, thank you for recognizing it as being a joke.
Oh, man. All right. Thanks for your call, Steve. He had me. We've got some Smugglers news here. Jeez.
It's a losing proposition, but one you can't refuse. It's the politics of contraband. It's the smuggler's blues. Smuggler's blues.
And for this particular story, I do need to issue a warning.
Warning. We have young ears present.
That's very adult, Todd.
How salacious.
Here it comes.
This is your last warning.
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
A woman has been arrested in Indonesia's Bali after allegedly trying to smuggle cocaine into the resort island using a sex toy and hiding it in her underwear. This 42-year-old woman was stopped by customs who thought she was acting suspiciously and did a further check on her. It turns out the officers allegedly found 3.1 pounds of cocaine. 3 pounds of cocaine in a sex toy hidden inside her underwear. Police say she was also smuggling dozens of ecstasy pills. The Peruvian woman told police that she was hired to transport the drugs to Indonesia by a man she met on the dark web in April in return for 20 grand. So she claims to be a drug mule. The woman has been charged under Indonesia's harsh narcotics law. And over there, she could face the death penalty. Wow. But she tried to smuggle the drugs. I was trying to think. 3 pounds, that's a lot of cocaine. That had to be one big sex toy. Am I right? Quite the capacity.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out, folks.
Double D.
H. Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
She actually did, Leslie, and I didn't mention that. See, this is what I'm saying, Heather. 3 pounds? 3.1 pounds. I think her suspicious behavior was the odd walk. It's not a storage unit. Kelly, I just saw your comment. Lordy, lordy. Oy.
From the McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios, breathe easy, choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. WHIO FM Pleasant Hill, WHIO Dayton, Ohio. information.
After a steaming summer, we're getting temperatures below normal this week. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Now, to get back to this show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So I started the show with this story tonight, and I'm hoping that somebody knows these two guys. One is named Chandler Steele. According to the story that I saw, he's from Xenia. And then Connor Seals of Oakwood. Both of these guys are apparently yo-yo champions, like world level yo-yo champions. Chandler, I guess, won. Let's see, he finished in second place at a national championship in Vegas this past June, behind another local resident, Connor Seals of Oakwood. And earlier this month, Steele finished third at the World Yo-Yo Contest in Prague. I didn't know that we were a hotbed for yo-yo heroes. And I would love to have Connor and Chandler on the show. So if you happen to know these two guys, have them get in touch with me or send me their contact information. I would love to have dueling yo-yos here in the studio one night. That would be great. Wouldn't that be awesome? And we could stream it, and people would tune in to watch it. Oh man, it would be a yo-yo miracle. That's what it would be. So please, I'm going to do some research too and try to find these guys. I'd love to have them on, but I know the edge heads out there. Listenership is vast and wide. So I'm hoping somebody knows these yo-yo heroes. I guess, is that what you call them? Yo-yo heroes? Yo-yoers? Anyway, that's the show. Don't forget, you can get the podcast of the show at eveningedgetodd.com and all your other favorite podcast platforms. We'll be back tomorrow just after 5. So have a great Monday night. And we'll talk to you then on the Evening Edge.
Well, that's all, folks.
But if Orkin came, we partied, we conquered.
Is that all there is?
Yeah, that's all she wrote.
Next time will be better.
Well, at least he tried.
Thanks for listening.
Until next time, we'll be seeing ya.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. See ya. See ya.